Welcome, everybody, to another edition of the NERDWatch podcast. I, of course, am a G Money here on another lovely Tuesday evening right here in the heart of Wailuku Town on the beautiful island of Maui in the great state of Hawaii. And yes, we are here on another Tuesday night to talk about some crazy new nerd news. You're not going to want to miss out on that. But before we all do that, it is time to check in with the crew. First off, joining us this evening, he is the producer seducer. He's
Never
also the man that loves mechanical robot things. Robots and I don't know. Anyway, he's sexy and says a lot of inappropriate things. Ladies and gentlemen, say hello to Kai Kai. Hello, Kai Kai.
I just want to slap you. I don't know why, but you make me violent.
I don't know what I did.
Also, you know what you did. You know what you did.
I have no idea what the hell you're talking about. Also joining us this evening, he is our man in black. He is also the master of card tricks and, of course, Dove Magic. He, more importantly, is our gaming guru. And yes, boys and girls, he's good at it. Ladies and gentlemen, say hello to Phormat.
Yo, hey, guys and gals and non-binary pals.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah.
Also, joining us this evening, this next gentleman. If there's one thing that I know he is
like he just woke up.
He is for the he's 100% behind comics, but more importantly, he's always for the boys. He is the godfather of comic books. He is the chairman of the comic book board. He is the sinister minister of Maui Comic-Con and the self-proclaimed comic master. He is freaky. He is deaky. He is definitely leaky. And guess what? He has a prescription that'll cure your ails. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Dr. Freaky Daddy Leaky. It's Alika. How's it going, Alika?
Totally a doctor.
Totally a doctor. Where's your white coat?
Him.
Oh, I got to unmute him? Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
There we go.
Nice one.
There you go.
Dummy.
So my DVDs aren't
Not this week.
Not this week. Not this week.
Did you have to remind him?
Next week, maybe. Next week, maybe.
I was waiting because, like, it's weird.
As a doctor, you have a medical thing to clear that, right? So you should be good.
Every time he introduces me, like, the first half of the intro is okay. And then, like, it takes a turn, and then it just wasn't too bad this week, see? Wasn't too bad.
Ah.
And now he's going to screw it up next week.
Yeah.
Anyway, boys and girls, before we get into all the fun nerd news, I want to let you guys know, of course, we are streaming simultaneously, simulcasting, both on Facebook.com/NerdWatch, on YouTube at NerdWatch Nation, and on Twitch at NerdWatch808. You guys can comment in the chat, ask any questions, and we'll tell you in
at
live.
the same time.
At the same time, we'll get them all and make comments, whatever you want to do. Big shout out, of course, to Kirsten, who's in the chat for the show. She is in the chat saying she accidentally made this full screen and gave herself pink eye, which is amazing. Of course, Kirsten is also a good friend, and she's got a great podcast called Masters of the Obvious. She does it with our former castmate Cynthia, and they do a good job giving us
conjunctivitis.
Giving us their
just like gingivitis, but in the eye.
Nerd culture news. Also, big shout out to Brother Blue. Aloha from Seattle. He says, anyone investing in Dogecoin? You know what? Dogecoin is getting big. I completely agree with you. About to hit $1. So, and it's about to make somebody holla. It's pretty sweet. Also, big shout out to Daniel, who's in the chat. I don't know if you can see this format. And of course, he says Moneno. For those that don't know, don't ask. Anyway.
Okay, now I want
to know.
Tell me.
No, I can't tell you. Anyway, it's
tell me in the private chat.
It's
menudo. You know, the soup.
Yeah. It's
that's a
it's
lie.
The soup. Anyway, before I get started, I do want to see that all of our socials are at the bottom there. You guys can take a look at those. And before we move any further with any exciting nerd news, we have to check in with the doctor, because this every single Wednesday is New Comic Book Wednesday all across the world. New comics from DC to Marvel to independents like Image and IDW and Dark Horse. You guys can check out all of those comics at Maui Comics and Collectibles. And by the way,
wait, name one more independent comic company.
Malibu.
Wow.
Okay, you know what? Close enough. I asked because it sounded like you said every single one that you knew.
Does Vertigo count? No, Vertigo doesn't count.
No, they're DC.
Yeah, okay, that doesn't count. All right, sweet.
You could have gotten away with Boom.
I could have got away with Boom Studios. Yeah, that's really well, yeah, I did. By the way, did you get? Before we get into the comic book list, I do want to know: did you get any more Fortnite Batman issues in?
No, but I will be. They have a fourth printing, and I ordered a lot of those. So as soon as I have them in stock, I'm gonna let the floodgates open and put a healthy stock up at the store for pickup.
I'm serious. I want a copy because I want the code.
Yeah.
All right, I want a copy.
That was my bad. That was my bad under
Yeah.
order. Here's a money tip for y'all while we're talking about money tips. Never underestimate Fortnite. Holy crap.
I told you that last week or the week before last. I told you that. Don't ever underestimate Fortnite. Are you crazy? Did you see how much those guys made this last year? $9 billion on Fortnite alone. That has nothing to do with anything else they do. Just Fortnite. $9 billion with a B.
Yeah,
it's hard to believe, man.
You know what's messed
by
up?
the way,
you know what's really messed up is that my son, he went to Walmart and spent actual money on a V-Bucks card.
Oh, look at you! You're probably so pissed.
I was
goodness,
giving him a lecture the whole way home about how he's not going to have anything tangible after this transaction, and he was like,
"What are you talking about? He'll have the card.
He'll have the card. He will."
Look,
so
you gotta realize.
Tangibility is going away, sir. I have 3 letters for you. NFT. So just know that's how it's going to go from now on.
Yeah.
Daniel in the chat is very familiar with Fortnite because he's a Fortnite phenomenon. By the way, the full Batman set is in the Fortnite shop right now from the comic collab. Wow, there's a full set. Oh, that's crazy.
Damn.
Look, I'll play.
Now, get
Fortnite.
this. It will be different from what you get from the comic itself. That's cool.
Yeah. So basically, what happens is there's going to be 6 issues. And if you every code gives you something else, like the first one was a Harley Quinn skin, the second issue is some kind of weapon. But if you do all 6, then you get this new Batman skin or something, some special Batman skin. But I guess you say you can get it by buying it in the store anyways. So
right.
Well,
so
it's different. It's a different thing.
Different. It's a different. Right. It's a totally different code. So what you're gonna get is different from the comic collab. Totally different. So that's how they get you to, of course,
get them all. Try to spend all the money,
trade and buy them all.
Next thing you know, you'll have to buy Fortnite stuff with the Happy Meal.
Yeah, I can't. I can't wait to.
To get codes in your Happy Meals.
Seriously, you can't even joke about this much dystopia going on right now.
Does this make you feel old now, Alika?
Hey, listen. Alika, would it bother you? Would it bother you if I got the whole set, took out the codes, and just threw the comics away? Would that be a problem?
Do it in front of him.
I would roll over.
Do it in front of him,
and then rip the comics.
I rip the comic.
You would roll over in your grave. He'd die first, and then he'd roll over a few times.
Yeah, exactly.
I wouldn't die from it. I would wait till I die, and that would be one rotation in the grave. Reserved for G Money tearing a comic.
Kirsten in the chat did bring up a very interesting point. Most kids aren't into Fortnite anymore. That is true, and it is a lot of more adults playing. It is interesting because it is interesting how people have gravitated towards it.
From the comic retailer perspective, I know on the mainland, because I've heard horror stories of guys who own stores over there, and like those adults are like pretty ruthless.
Oh yeah.
With me right now, my demand really is because the adults kind of are like, the demand was on the first printing, but now that the later printings are out and they're probably going to hopefully be not as collectible value, that a lot of my demand is from the kids. Like that's why I bulk ordered, because I know I have lines and lines of kids and just waiting for that Fortnite code.
This actually, I'm actually curious. Since you moved to your new spot, have you been getting more kids coming in now, looking at the comics and stuff?
I mean, Request Music actually isn't the most kid-friendly spot. I mean, we have the same amount of kids, pretty much.
I would like to assume it says EL and Wailuku right there. Maybe somebody walked past and they heard all the comic book stores inside there.
Oh yeah, kids getting out of school and stuff, they'll come by. But we had that at the mall and the other spots too, because Kahalui School and all that.
Hey, listen, Request Music is the only place you can pick up the Batman Fortnite comic and get yourself a Bob Marley shirt.
Yeah, and a penis-shaped bong.
Oh, there you First of all, it's a water pipe, sir. It's a water pipe.
Is it not legal to call a water pipe a bong? I thought that's what they were.
Hey, not on this show. It's on other platforms. We keep it clean. Legally, it's a water pipe.
She's trying to pretend that none of this exists.
Right. What do you put in those things?
Water.
Okay. So you
aromatics.
It's a pipe. So you put water in the pipe.
Potent aromatic.
Yeah, you put your potpourri in it.
Oh, interesting. So as the water evaporates, it kind of
into the air. That's exactly it.
It's also great for storing beans.
So
fair enough. Could you spend a night with a water pipe and a comic book?
Probably last you about 10 minutes or so, but
all right, that's fair. I was just checking.
Might want to get some more comics.
I'm not up on this new kid lingo, water pipes, bongs. I have no idea what the hell that stuff is.
How old are you?
Right.
I know. What's reefer? What are you
if G were to pan his camera to the left a bit, there's a whole shelf lined up.
A giant Christmas tree that he calls Mr. Pepper Sticky Pun.
Wait, let me show you.
Yeah.
No, gross. Oh man.
God. Don't.
I know,
anyway,
down. That was weird.
The show just went NC-17.
All right. Anyway, every single Wednesday, new comic book Wednesday. Getting back to the point, Maui Comics and Collectibles.
I'm not getting a shipment this week. Next week, I will be getting a shipment. Just letting you
know.
But
you do have a list of comics, right?
And that's kind of a big deal because there's a bad idea. Two bad idea books coming out this week. So people are going to be kind of bummed out.
Double the bad ideas.
Kirsten always bringing class to this show. She rolls with comic book.
The new ones are pretty bad because they retain a lot of ink. So that would be a pretty toxic experience.
That's good stuff. You can't you can't do that anymore because it's all this high tech paper.
Yeah, the gloss paper. But the old newsprint, you probably could do it. But so the Bad Idea comics next week, April Fool's Day, Bad Idea announced a comic called Hank Howard's Pizza Detective and the Mystery of Caligula's Safe. It was it sounds like a Todd Bernardi free comic book day title.
No, it does.
It does.
And so Hank
are the comic pages made out of rolling paper?
They are now.
Kirsten says the gloss paper hits harder. So, big shout out to Mr. Ron Cataguy who's in the chat. Ron Cataguy says, he said, gentlemen, by the way, gentlemen, how's it going there, Ron? Nice to hear you and see you and hear from you. Anyway, go ahead.
And hear you and see you and hear you.
Everybody saw the Bleeding Cool article about Hank Howard's Pizza Detective. April Fool's Bad Idea announced a comic that's releasing on May 12th. It's going to be available for one day and one day only, which just so happens to be the same exact stupid day that I received my comics because I'm the last person in the country to receive comics. So that's the only day. That's the only day you can buy this comic.
What?
Oh, man.
It's $1 and it's a full 24-page.
One of a kind.
Yeah.
How many are you getting?
Enough.
One.
Enough.
He's getting one.
All right. Just checking. Well, listen.
Haven't you learned anything from the Fortnite comic?
Alika, we got to find out what's coming. I said you're getting me excited about comic books. Let's find out what's new this week in the world of the comic books.
Okay.
Getting loud again.
Yeah, I don't know why it keeps. It does that because of the freaking volume thing. Anyway, I turned it down. Go ahead.
Okay.
Amazing Spider-Man number 65.
Yeah.
America Chavez, Made in USA, number 3 of 5.
Cool.
Beasts of Burden, Occupied Territory, number 2 of 4. That's the Evan Dorkin written book. He doesn't do the art, I don't think.
Is that American Chavez based on Cesar Chavez?
I'm sure.
But of America?
I'm sure you've read what is your news network? One America News. I'm sure you've listened to an article to that effect, so I'm not going to dispute it.
No, I wasn't sure. Hey, listen, don't get mad at me. Cesar Chavez was, he wasn't exactly.
Listen, I know that
immigrants either. So
I know that listening to Fox News has that name imprinted on your brain, like the Manchurian.
No, I know that name because I studied him in history class. What are you talking about?
Sure, I bet.
Jeez,
I only know that name because I listened to Rage Against the Machine.
Rage Against the Machine are America's history teachers.
By the way, they should change their name. They no longer Rage Against the Machine. They rage with the machine now.
They've been raging with the machine since they were raging against the machine, bro. It's called being on a major record label. They did that for a while.
All of those instruments, man. Those are raging machines.
They sure are.
Jay rage for the machine now. Cowards.
All right.
Anyway, go ahead.
Right. Carnage, Black, White, and Blood, number 3 or 4.
Nice.
ENIAC, number 3. That's one of the Bad Idea comics coming out tomorrow.
That's a Bad Idea comic?
Yep.
Kirsten in the chat says, you're growing a goatee. Yes, I am growing a goatee. Isn't that satanic? No, it's not.
Yes, it is. It is. It's scientific because every evil twin always has a goatee.
First of all,
true.
Do you think Jesus started out with a full beard? No, he had a goatee first. And then
he came out of the womb with a full beard. Everybody knows that.
Yeah. Jesus had faith in his facial hair. Goatee is some half-ass stuff right there.
Unfortunately for me, I've been blessed with Filipino blood, so my facial hair can only grow right here.
I see.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry. Don't mean to interrupt you. Go ahead.
Just know you look like
blessed.
I kind of want that. That's what I wanted.
Firepower by Kirkman and Sam Nee, number 11.
That's the one Todd raves about.
Yep. I don't even want to read this title, but it's from Image Comics. It's The Good Asian, number 1.
Oh, man.
Wow. Yeah. All right.
The Good Asian. Shang-Chi.
Gannon ordered the crap out of that one.
All right. Well,
I bet.
Sheesh.
Heroes Reborn, number 1. That's Marvel trying to rehash something that wasn't that successful to begin with, but that's cool.
Marvel trying to rehash something that's not successful.
It's weird, man. But you know what we are getting? This will be cool. Actually, I'm excited for this. We're getting promo 10-pack trading cards. So I'll have those to give away at the store.
Of what? What is it?
They're just Heroes Reborn 10-pack of trading cards. I'm sure they're going
of Heroes Reborn.
Yeah.
Okay, that's you're just like
just a random assortment of 10 trading cards.
What the hell are you talking about?
There's a baseball card in there, a football card, a boxing card, an NBA card for some reason.
Do any of these cards have Fortnite
heroes are reborn? Who are these heroes and why are they being reborn?
I don't know.
The story wasn't great to begin with.
Thank you,
Is
Ron.
3D Man in there?
Immortal Hulk, number 46.
Yeah.
Successful, yeah.
I'm stoked for that.
Let's see. Noctera, number 3. That's an image book, kind of popular. I think Silvestri, who's doing the art? Somebody really, I know there was a Tony Daniel cover on that book.
Tony Danza. Wow.
Tony Danza.
That's what
that dude is too talented. Spawn 317. Record-breaking Spawn 317. Star Wars Bounty Hunter Alpha #1. Bounty Hunters.
Bounty Hunter Alpha.
Really?
Oh man, Kai would dig that book. He's all into the Star Warses.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm being pinned for something I didn't know.
What?
You
No,
are.
I'm just saying you're into the Star Warses. You'd be into that book.
Strange Academy #10. That's like Doctor Strange's X-Men.
Oh, neat.
The Other Bad Idea book, Whalesville, Rocks and Minerals #1.
Whalesville?
Whalesville.
That's cool. That's a cool name.
So that's gonna be,
Rocks and Minerals.
That's going to be in next week, though. Everything in this shipment's coming next week, along with next week's shipment together.
Oh, okay, cool.
So,
gotcha.
X-Men, Curse of the Man-Thing, #1. And that's your comic book list.
Wow,
Curse
so
of the
Man-Thing
Man-Thing.
is
It's cursed.
Is it?
He's
That's
cursed.
interesting. Are they? I mean, he
But
never went away, did he?
Man-Thing,
He
he's
never-
been kind of around, yeah.
Yeah, he's been
Well,
around,
no,
right? Yeah,
he went away through a lot of the 90s and early aughts, but he came back during the recent Secret Wars crossover about 4 or 5 years ago. They brought him back as part of the Weird World part of the Secret Wars, and they've been bringing him back ever since then. Like R.L. Stine did a Man-Thing run, which was kind of interesting.
I know
he did it.
I'm not sure exactly the details, but I know Man-Thing is like the guardian to something now.
Yeah, he had an Infinity. Didn't he have an Infinity Stone at one point?
What?
Oh, I mean, not like a stone or something, but like he's the thing you have to pass to get into a certain realm now.
Oh wait, I think
really?
I remember. That was during the Deadpool and what's her face, the demon lady he married.
Death.
So he's Red Skull,
Death?
like in the Marvel movies.
No. Deadpool in the story did got married to another mythical being.
Deadpool married Death, right? That's
No,
what if
he
I
did.
remember that right. Oh yeah.
No, it was a
Hey.
pink skin horn demon thing. Because then
Oh wow.
in that story, it also had it was Frankenstein, Werewolf by Night. I remember
Kyle,
this.
You sound like a crazy person right now.
You do,
You know what?
actually.
I'm going to find this right now, and I'm going to show it to you. And
All right,
once I
you look
find
it up.
Like,
Hey, listen.
grab somebody.
Last but not least, more importantly, can I ask you something, Alika?
Yeah, what's up?
Is this Man-Thing giant sized?
Oh, damn it, gee.
Well, they didn't specify.
So it might be regular size.
It might be regular size. Anyway,
Maybe it's-
ladies
hey,
and gentlemen,
look, it's cold outside. Don't judge.
ladies
It's
and
above
gentlemen, of course,
average.
that is your comic book list for the week. If you guys are looking for comics, if you guys want to talk to Alika personally, you guys can check him out at facebook.com, Maui Comics and Collectibles, and on Instagram at Maui Comics. You can also start a subscription with him as well. And if you feel free, you can feel free to visit Request Music up in Wailuku. He will be there every single Wednesday for New Comic Book Wednesday. So make sure
Every
you guys check
other
that
Wednesday,
out.
G.
Every other Wednesday. Oh, I'm sorry.
Ha,
Every other
I knew
Wednesday.
it.
Gotcha.
Shikala found it.
All right.
Shikaka?
Shikasha.
Bumblebee.
Shikaka?
I hate you.
Shikasha.
Bumblebee
Sure.
tuna?
Your
My
balls
knees
are
are showing.
Sequential Orcha. Sequential Orcha. Is that it? All right.
I
sweet, let's just
hate
check.
you all.
All right, sweet. Anyway.
Annyeonghaseyo.
And now it is time to talk about the biggest news of the week, in my estimation. There is nothing like talking about the guys. The biggest news of the week: Marvel Phase 4 has been announced. Now, I've brought along some Marvel music to go along with that. If you're ready for it.
It's gonna blow my eardrums.
No. Is this it? No.
I love that you have that music queued up now.
That's all he has queued
Okay.
up.
Well, maybe. I mean, I have this. This is something too, right?
Was that a fart?
Anyway, listen,
I think it
Marvel.
was.
Marvel Phase 4 has been announced. Phormat. You have the breakdown of what exactly
Dude, but they're
was
not in
announced.
order. They're not in order.
Oh, you don't
Yeah.
have them in order? I can.
Just
If
play
you
the
want to go
trailer.
ahead and announce them, you can do that because I can.
Well,
have
no,
them in
because
order.
I started the list without watching the trailer, and then I watched the trailer and realized that they were in different orders. So I was just filling in the dates.
Oh, okay, I got you.
So I have all the dates. I just don't have them in order.
Go ahead. What you got?
So Black Widow, July 9th, 2021. Huh? That's
Nice.
exciting.
That's exciting.
Then we're gonna get Eternals in November.
Right.
November 5th, 2021. Shang-Chi. See, we're kind of skipping back and forth.
Okay.
Shang-Chi in September. September 3rd, 2021.
Nice.
And then Spider-Man No Way Home, December 17th, 2021.
Andrew Garfield has explicitly denied that he has been called to be anywhere near Spider-Man No Way Home, but he's probably throwing everybody off the scent. So, yeah.
No, I don't think they like him very much.
Well, that's a shame because I think he's one
No,
of
I'm
the best.
joking. I have no
He's one of
idea.
the best Spider-Man. What else is
Yeah,
coming
he's
out?
one of the best skateboarding Spider-Men. Great.
Mm.
Yeah, what's wrong with that? Anyway, what else is coming out?
Eternals, November 5th, 2021.
Right.
Did I cover that already? I think I did.
Yeah, you did.
The Marvels, November 11th, 2022.
The Marvels. Yep.
Yep. So that's, more than one.
Right.
Huh?
It's
Huh?
all of them. All
It's
the
all
Marvels.
of them.
All of the
That was my,
Marvels?
that was my Gary Oldham. Who was that guy in The Professional?
Gary Oldman.
That was my Gary Oldman. Everyone.
Nice job. Nice.
Let's see. The Marvels, Shang-Chi, Spider-Man, Doctor Strange, and the Multiverse of Madness will be March 25th, 2022. No comments for that. Okay,
No,
cool.
no, that's good. Don't need comments.
We said all the we said during WandaVision
Right.
about that.
Yeah,
Thor: Love and Thunder, May 6th, 2022.
Woo.
right.
Ooh, thank you.
Yeah.
Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, July 8th, 2022.
First of all, if you're gonna say it, you better
Wakanda
say it right.
forever.
Wakanda forever.
Say it
Alright,
with your
if I-
chest.
Whoa.
I don't know what's going on.
When you
anymore.
say it, that sounds wrong. I feel
Right.
like I'm being. Anyways, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania, February 17th, 2023.
Mm-hmm.
Why did they name the movie after a 1976 Who album?
First of
Quantumania?
all, no, it's not Quantumania. It's Quadrophenia. You stupid
Yeah,
idiot.
Ant-Man Quadrophenia. What's up with that?
This sounds more like a wrestling event.
And then we got Guardians Volume 3, May 5th, 2023.
Wow.
And then I thought it was really cheeky of them to use the Fantastic Four logo as their hey guys, we're in Phase 4.
Yeah. We're gonna get a Fantastic Four. Speaking of something that Marvel tries to resurrect that is not successful, Fantastic Four. We'll see.
What
Yeah.
Fantastic Four is fine. They just get Doom wrong.
Yeah. Oh well. We'll see. We'll see if Feige and his peeps can get it right.
I'm sure they could. They'll go grab Asian Jim.
There were a bunch of trailers. Of course, that one trailer had a lot of information in it, but it did not give us. It did not give us some of the things that are coming to the small screen in Disney Plus. First
What small
off,
screen?
yeah, the Disney Plus series.
The
Disney Plus
TVs.
shows. Yeah.
Gotcha.
So of course the very
And the
first one that,
telephones.
the very first show that's coming out is Loki on Disney Plus, June 11th.
Right. Loki.
And then What If is coming out mid 2021. There's not an assured date for What If.
What if we get it in 2021?
That's correct. Also, late
Oh,
2021. In late 2021, we're also getting Hawkeye. That's happening. Miss Marvel Disney Plus series is coming late 2021 as well.
We've already
there's-
seen her in costume.
Yes, we have.
She
It
looks
looks really
great.
cool. Looks great. Also, the Disney Plus series She-Hulk will be out in 2022. Also,
One
in
where she's a
2020
lawyer, right?
Yeah, where she's a lawyer, and it's a madcap comedy. Also coming out on Disney Plus, the one I'm really excited for is Moon Knight 2022 coming to Disney Plus.
Have we
Yeah, that
confirmed
should be
who-
great.
That should
Have
be
they been
awesome.
confirmed who's supposed to be the actor for that?
Yeah.
Yes, Maslany
Poe.
from yeah. So
Poe
they've already-
Dameron is supposed
Poe-
to be.
I thought you were talking about
Oscar
She-Hulk.
Isaac. You know what?
Yeah, Oscar Isaac.
You know what I hope for the Moon Knight saga is they introduce the X-Men and Apocalypse shows up.
Oh, and it's Oscar Isaac.
And it's
Oh,
Oscar
Isaac.
Oh, that'd be sweet.
That's
Also, in 2022, the
I hope
Guardians
for
of
the
Galaxy-
Moon Knight thing that they actually do the multiple personalities. I don't know. That's been a real kick of mine lately.
That was the most recent. Well, the second to most recent run, actually. But
Yeah.
that was. Forget who was the writer on that. Was that Jeff Lemire? Maybe.
I think so.
First of all, it's Lemire, so stop it.
Lemire.
There.
Jeff Lemire.
Lemire.
Before we get Guardians of the Galaxy in theaters, we're getting Guardians of the Galaxy on Disney Plus in 2022. Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special.
Oh, is that
in
really still
2022.
happening? I thought that
Yeah,
was.
that's happening, bro. Also,
Uh-oh.
things that have been things that need that are still on board for Disney Plus but have not been don't have a release date yet. Ironheart is coming to Disney Plus. Armor
Sweet.
Wars is coming to Disney Plus. I Am Groot is coming to Disney Plus. Thank God, because Vin Diesel needs to do something else other than Fast and the Furious. So that's good. So you can look forward to
I
those.
bet you in one of the newer Fast movies, there's going to be like a little Groot, like hanging from the rear view.
That'd be pretty
Like,
sweet.
I like this little guy.
So it's
Raw.
really exciting. It's really exciting. It's kind of a bummer that in Phase 4 we're not going to get Fantastic Four. I mean, if we think about it,
I don't know. Maybe we will.
Yeah, I
Maybe
guess.
that's the big secret.
Yeah.
What I want to know is which of these properties does Kai think is in the raft?
What raft?
Oh, you're not gonna let that one go, are you? You're gonna hold that over my head like
Yeah,
the hexagon thing.
Yeah, that's for sure.
You know what? I will go down with this ship.
Well, boys and girls, Marvel.
not to leave
Yeah.
like the Marvel talk and stuff, but we also
Yeah.
got a confirmation that Captain Phormerica is being made.
Captain America 4 with Sam Wilson, Anthony Mackie in the lead role has been announced. Didn't we talk about that? I think we kind of did.
I don't
We
think.
didn't really-
I know we were talking about a Steve Rogers Captain America, which apparently is still happening.
Right. So essentially, what's happening now is that we're gonna get maybe 2 separate Captain Americas. Maybe I don't know.
Right.
But I think that Captain America 4, because it's going to be in the series, Sam Wilson is pretty cool. I think that that's pretty awesome. I think that it's going to be successful. I'm guessing that that's probably going to be in 2023, 2024 is my
You think
guess, because
so?
there's a lot of stuff on the docket right now for them to finish up.
I don't know.
So,
They could just flood everything with only Disney stuff and just corner the entire market and be like, "We own this.
Well, like I
Don't
said,
even try."
once again, this all depends on if movie theaters see a profit when they finally get back to being fully functioning. So
You
we'll
know,
see.
They had the right idea with the WandaVision stuff. They should go back to filming movies the way they did back then, so that the cost is in relative, to the actual movie going experience.
I mean,
So
if there's
they'll make a lot of money if that's the case.
if there's one studio that can probably do it and do it well and save the money on it, it is Disney, because you don't technically have to go all over the world. The whole point of Disney Studios is to make movies to make you think that you're in certain places, which I guess
Right.
is a thing.
Like
So I don't know,
Wakanda.
like Wakanda. So
Right.
China.
you know how much money it costs to go to Wakanda? So
How
they probably
much?
saved tons, like millions.
Tons? Oh.
Yeah, like millions.
How much
Anyway.
is that in Bitcoin?
1,
Two?
2, 3. But no, that's like 7, maybe 7 or 8.
Okay. That's a lot.
That's a
What
lot.
what about in Doge?
No, well, not in Doge. That's like 1 million. That's like maybe 3 or 4 million Doge coins. Anyway, also in the news today, and this one's just going to rely, unfortunately, just on Kai. Disney Plus also released.
Jesus Christ.
Hey, enough with the last.
Oh,
one.
see,
While you do-
Alika did too. Alika did too.
Let's
There you
talk a
go.
little
Be
bit
the only
about
one.
it. Today, of course, is May the 4th be with you.
May the
celebration
4th.
of all
This is
things
the
Star
May.
Wars. Yeah. It's the day
Revenge
before.
of the 5th is tomorrow.
That's right. It's the day before Cinco de Drinko. Star Wars, the Bad Batch.
Cinco de Drinko.
Yeah.
What Star Wars character is that?
Yeah, that's a new android. That's a new C3P. Yeah, it's like a new R2 unit.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
It
gotcha.
kinda
It's,
looks
So
like
it's a
Bender
new
from Futurama.
C3P, new R2 unit. Gotcha.
yeah,
That
C3P
kind of looks
R2
like
unit.
Bender.
Yeah. So Star Wars, the Bad Batch episode 1 has hit Disney Plus, and apparently it was an hour long according to Kai. So I'm gonna let Kai go first, and I'm gonna let Alika go first. Now I was not impressed by the trailer. I don't think this one is for me, but I don't know, Kai, what'd you think?
I actually kind of was okay with it. I didn't expect much from the first, but after watching it 1 hour of it, it's like, and then rewatching it again, it's like, okay, I want to see where they go with this, because then it is right at the cusp of Order 66, so we get to see what these guys respond to with the orders, and how everything changed from being the Republic to the Empire.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So I mean, you can do a lot with a cartoon or with CGI animation, and they've how can I put this? They have done fairly well with the Clone Wars and the Resistance and all of these other Star Wars shows.
And Rebels. Well,
And
it's mostly been Dave Filoni leading the charge for all that, so he's been keeping it as tight knit as possible.
so that's good. And now, I mean, the premise is intriguing. The premise is certainly intriguing. It has to deal with with Order 66. For those of you that are in the know, when the Star Wars know. And I believe, is this going to be every week on Disney Plus? Is there a new episode every week?
From what I heard, it looks like a yes.
Okay,
There's
every
no-
week.
there's gonna be- yeah.
All right. So
I like the idea behind it,
yeah.
that there was a batch of clones that weren't like perfect.
Right.
Yeah.
Henceforth the name, but the Bad Batch.
The Bad Batch. yeah.
I like the idea, but I'm just not entirely invested.
Me neither am I. Alika, were you invested? What did you think? I mean, you're the cartoon simp. So
Well, having binged the previous animated series in such a short period of time and still kind of having it fresh enough to me. I liked it just because you see the origins of the Bad Batch in the previous shows in Rebels, not in Rebels, in Clone Wars.
Clone Wars.
But and there's a huge Rebels. Are we spoiling that? Can we spoil it or what?
yeah, spoil
Yeah,
whatever
you can
want,
just
man.
spoil it.
Because I only saw the first half of the episode, but it happens in the first 10 minutes of the episode. Is the Jedi that the show opens on the execution of Order 66.
Yeah.
And the Jedi that we're following is I'm not familiar with the Master, but the Padawan is Caleb Doom. So anybody who's familiar with Rebels knows that that's Kanan Jarrus's original name was Caleb Doom. So basically, the Bad Batch, because every Star Wars, you kind of wonder who's the Jedi going to be in this Star Wars thing. And I know the Bad Batch is centered on this bunch of clones, but the Jedi kind of drive the action in this universe. And the fact that Caleb Doom as a young boy is going to be in the background of this series is kind of exciting.
Do you think there's enough? Do you think that there's enough story here to drive the Bad Batch into something?
Yeah,
worth watching.
Yeah. Like, the thing is, I like this. I only saw the first half of the first episode, but I really liked it because the first half of the episode takes place on Camino, and they're kind of. I think that's the most time we've ever spent on Camino before ever.
No, we haven't. No, there was a few episodes we did spend some time on Camino, but this one,
that's true. We did spend a little time on Camino before, but
this episode, yeah,
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it, and I like where it's going. And I haven't even finished the first episode, so I'm not a good judge right now because maybe the end of the episode sucks. But I like where it's going so far. I'm having fun.
Fantastic. Well, listen, I want to share something with you because I got permission from the Ron Cata guy. He wanted to spread a little for a May the 4th cheer with you guys. So I figured, what the hell? And this is something from him, so I hope you enjoy it. I think did I do it wrong? I know I did it right, didn't I? Oh, I did it wrong because I'm an idiot.
You did it wrong.
Because
because I'm wrong. I can't tell what that is. Is that a Camino saber dart?
No,
Chrome tab fool.
Because I'm a dummy. I'm a big dummy. Anyway, I'm gonna. That didn't work out the way I wanted it to. Let me share the screen again because I'm an idiot. And here we go, right here. Bingo. Just for you guys. So from Ron Cata guy to all of you, happy May the 4th. That is some pretty cool stuff.
Is that the NC? What is it? NC something?
Hey, that's NC 1701. That is the Starship Enterprise. I hope I got the numbers right because I am a huge Star Trek fan.
I know that 17 is right because I always thought it was funny that the ship said NC 17 on it.
I'm glad that's what you got out of that.
That's the weirdest looking ad I've ever seen.
Right?
It's the new legless model.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. So, Ron, thank you so much for sharing that. That's pretty cool stuff. Anyway,
I want to know what quest he has.
What quest?
He's got that big exclamation point, so you have to go and grab a quest from him.
First of all, stop making WoW references. That has nothing to do with anything.
WoW references are everything to do.
Yeah, I tell you. Anyway,
he's got an exclamation. That's what. Dude, that's basics in RPGs now.
Yeah,
if you got an exclamation point over your head, that means you have something important to say.
Yeah, for sure. So I guess I'll tune in. I'll check out the Bad Batch. I mean, like I said, Clone Wars was like my limit, so I wasn't sure about the other ones like the Rebels and the Resistance, but
Rebels was great.
Right.
No, go ahead.
What was the one with Poe Dameron, the Alliance or something?
Something like that.
The most
Poe
recent
Dameron cartoon.
I did not watch that.
That was The Last Jedi.
No, there's an animated series that takes place.
Oh, Resistance.
Resistance.
Yeah, Resistance.
I didn't watch Resistance, but Rebels and Clone Wars I can vouch for are great.
Yeah.
Yeah, Resistance. The Resistance.
I'll just go leave some cookies in the oven a little longer than usual, and then I'll take them out, and they'll be the Bad Batch.
And that's probably what will happen. So
that doesn't sound as exciting as the show we're watching.
I don't know, man. You've never seen my oven.
So it's very cool that they are delving into this, considering with the Mandalorian still, I'm assuming, still being in production, I'm guessing, or soon to be in production. It is interesting to see that these are that they're satiating. It's
going to be
Star
weird
Wars
to see the
content.
Mandalorian how they film around having a holographic Cara Dune in there. Like
I don't know if it's internet rumor, but apparently there's internet rumblings that Cara Dune may come back to Mandalorian. Apparently, so that'd be interesting.
Well, you know what? You know what kind of lends credence to that? Didn't they cancel the Cara Dune toys? They
Right.
And now it's back.
they were they shipped and sold. I saw the Cara Dune toys in Target.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it is interesting.
It was all a big ploy to trick all those scalpers.
This is
Yes.
QAnon's true victory.
Right. They're like, we better get all these Cara Dunes before they take them off the shelf. And here we are all these months later with a brand new batch of Cara Dunes.
Cara Dunes are going for like $300 when that stuff happened. It was ridiculous.
Yep.
That's a lot, man. Now, also, there was some other news that Phormat had gotten that he wrote down that he wanted to get to.
I did?
Phormat, you did.
Oh, okay.
Is there something you wanted to get to?
Wait. Just quickly, the lightsaber thing. You guys saw that, right?
Well, that was what I was leading to because I thought
Before we
maybe
leave
Phormat
Star
had
Wars.
it.
Oh,
No,
I'm
I
sorry.
wasn't because I know that Phormat. I thought Phormat had that.
I can't afford that.
Nobody has that. I
know that thing's going to be a couple hundred easy.
No, it's not even. It's not even clear if that's going to be available for sale to the public. The promo video said, "See it up close at the park." They are implying maybe just the actors are holding it and the guests don't get to buy one. I don't know.
Nah. For a chance for them to make extra money? No way, dude. They're going to sell it. It's just like the Harry Potter wands. Check out our excellent selection of sticks.
I think
Sticks.
I think you're underestimating the price point on those lightsabers, though. I'm pretty sure they'll go up to like $700-800, maybe more.
I think this is an attraction at the park.
Right.
Something interactive with them.
Well, you know what's interesting?
I'm curious as to how they work.
Yeah,
Well,
they look so real.
They look crazy.
do.
But I did notice that the hilt is a lot fatter than a standard lightsaber.
Yeah.
So I'm
that?
thinking they're using wacky arm waving tube man technology.
And they somehow got it to not.
It's a giant balloon. Well, if it's steady air pressure just blowing out the end, it might.
Well, let's
just,
take a look at it.
It's basically just an illuminated condom.
Okay.
Let's take a look at it, shall we?
Light, darkness,
Here it comes.
a balance.
I had to
So
replay
good.
that like 30 times to.
All right. Well, let's. Shall I play it one more time for everybody to see it yet again?
That's not the same video I saw.
Light,
That's the one.
Really?
The official one.
There's another one.
Yeah, the other one I saw, she retracts it while it's pointed down.
Well, it's pointed. I did see that one too. Yeah.
That's the
Wow,
one at
okay.
IGN.
Oh, okay, that's interesting. So that's if that is, I guarantee you there's an opportunity to make money on that. Disney will do it. So we should.
All I know is that these flashlights are getting crazy.
so cool. If that is the real deal, that is pretty cool.
I mean, do you want to help Mom
Yeah,
make
it's only one.
make fried ice cream?
Fried ice cream?
Fried ice cream.
What?
What? Fried ice cream.
Well, Phormat,
again,
I'll come and get you right now. We're going to the Alika's house
Did you
for
know
fried ice
I
cream.
got hit with a baseball, like the hard one on my nose?
on your
What?
nose. What happened? What were you doing? Were you playing baseball?
Yeah.
No, he was making fried ice cream.
No,
Listen,
like
Alika.
at a baseball game that happened.
Oh,
And it's
Oh, you're supposed to wear protection, sir.
Alika, you're supposed to buy him a glove so he can catch it. You did
I
tell him not to
do
catch it
have
with
a
his face.
glove, but I
Oh,
didn't
you do
catch
have a
it.
glove.
I missed
Oh,
it.
okay. Oh,
Ah.
okay. That's fair. Yeah, you should stop throwing it at him, Alika. That's not nice.
Just beaming
without a
at him.
glove on.
I'm
Yeah,
imagining
he's aiming at him.
that father son tossing the baseball
That
around
bonding
in
is
Invincible.
stressing. Oh yeah, for sure.
in
Ladies and
Invincible,
gentlemen.
where he's like rocketing it across the.
If
Ladies and gentlemen, what is this?
I may,
Oh no!
he is the comic book artist extraordinaire. He
Hey
is the
Todd.
creator of Disco Thunder Groove Bone, Mohawk Thunder.
And
of
just so
course,
you know,
he's
we're
doing
not
your
talking
work
about Invincible.
in the Kukui
so, hold on.
Project. He is a tremendous talent, and he is our Hawaiian Sultan Superman. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for Todd Bernardi.
Hello, everybody.
Whoa. Somebody was booming.
Big shout out to Michael Becker, who's in the chat. Michael Becker said you can actually Google it. Disney patented the plans, and everyone can see the patent. Well, I'm sure they patented it because that's cool, and that means that they're going to definitely make money off of it.
They should make
stuff.
NFTs out of the patent.
Make NFTs out of the patent. Well, you know, Todd, you're not going to hear me say this very often, but I'm glad you're here tonight.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because of last week's special guest, an actual Hawaiian,
Right.
Chris Carvalho, the creator, or excuse me, the man who created Mana Comics and is currently working on the Anui Warriors, which, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, they deserve a huge round of applause because they went above and beyond their Kickstarter goal, and they went to over 5K. So good on them.
You're
Anui
welcome,
Warriors
Chris.
is gonna
That's all
happen.
because I shared it. I don't know if you guys noticed.
Yeah.
But I shared it, and you guys did 5K, so you're welcome.
15%, Chris. You can thank the NERDWatch for that, pal. 15% is all we ask. 15%. Chris Carvalho, Kickstarter, Anui Warriors. We have it up on our website as well, or on Facebook.com/NERDWatch. Make sure you guys check it out. Tremendous art, tremendous talent, tremendous comics. Anui Warriors and Mana Comics. You're going to want to take a look at that. Anyway, Todd, the reason why I'm glad you're here, number one, is because your beard is trimmed. It looks a little trimmed. I don't know why that is, but it's nice. I'm also trying to grow a little something here, just in honor of you.
Wow.
It's not as manly per se, but
are you really honoring anybody with that?
Just my Filipino ancestors.
Okay.
Anyway,
it's wonderful. It looks great.
Yeah. Fantastic.
Now,
Todd.
Yeah.
Ron in the chat says, "Great. Whenever I hear that song, I'm reminded of Todd." Now.
Oh, man.
All right.
No.
Todd, last week, because of Chris Carvalho, and we did an interview with him, there was a lot of things to talk about. We didn't have the opportunity to go over an incredible series that you have become rather fond of. Number one. So before we get into that, I want to let everyone know
Didn't we?
that
I thought we did.
No, we didn't.
I feel like we did.
I know you're trying to say that format, but we didn't.
I feel like it's all Todd ever talks about.
Yeah.
Now, I just want everybody to know that this Amazon Prime series has been picked up for 2 additional seasons, and that, of course, is Robert Kirkman's Invincible.
Man, I hope it's good.
Todd didn't have a chance to talk about episode 7 or the finale which aired this past week. Episode 8.
It's finale.
It's the finale happened.
Finale.
And, let's get right into it. I'll start with Todd Bernardi because I know this is going to take forever. And then we'll have everybody else comment on it. Todd Bernardi.
Todd Bernardi.
Into Invincible on Amazon
Well, back
Prime.
in 1942.
Shut up. Todd, what is
It starts before then, really.
What is your
Every time Todd reviews something, it has to start with a history lesson.
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah, poor Barry, man. We had to write reviews for class, and every single one was like a 3-page history lesson.
Oh, God.
Jeez Louise.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
So, Todd, you are very excited about this show. You like this show a lot. What is your take on this first season of Invincible? Oh, not that one. This one.
It's great. All the things that they changed from the comic book really amplified the finale. Like, I didn't know how they were going to, what they were going to do, what they were going to change, and where it was going to end up. So the stuff that they did change, there was some things. There was a subplot at Mark's high school where they, were blowing kids up, and they left that out.
Wow.
And I'm glad that some of the things that they
Oh,
brought
man.
in. Yeah, some of the things that they had brought into. Well, they had the Rhiannon from the college when he went to go visit the college. So some of the stuff that, and we're gonna get sequids, and Mars is going to eventually probably invade Earth next season. Spoilers, but the things that they are hinting at, or changed from the comic book, is just so that they can get to the newer stuff next season, or the good stuff next season, so to speak. But I can't wait. I mean, like, people are just like shocked, and they're just like, I can't believe Omni-Man would do that. I can't believe that it was so brutal and it was so gory. And I'm like, you just wait. it gets so much worse. And it's awesome. And the other thing is, Kirkman wrote that last episode, so all the things that he finished, all the things that he changed from, like, technically it's issue 13 of Invincible, where the fight between Mark and Omni-Man happened, where Invincible fights his dad. The things that were changed about that fight were things that Robert Kirkman changed himself. So it was almost like he was just turning in like a final draft of issue 13. You know what I mean?
So these are all changes that Robert Kirkman was very much in favor of.
Yeah, I mean, he was part of the writer room for the television show. Like, he's one of the five. He's one of the 5 writers that wrote the television show.
I'm glad you brought that up, because and don't mean to cut you off, but I'm glad you brought that up, because there is another story that actually came out this week, or this past week. One of the more subtle changes from the comics to Invincible is the depiction of Mark Grayson as a biracial superhero, with his mother Debbie now being a Korean American woman. According to the report for series creator Robert Kirkman, the change came from the opportunity to feature a more diverse representation in the series, such as making Amber Bennett, Mark's girlfriend in the series, an African-American teenager. Kirkman observed that many audiences don't see themselves racially represented in the media, even in the modern era, and these changes were made to help remedy this. Now, according to Robert Kirkman, I want to straight from that bearded horse's mouth. He said, quote, "I think representation matters, not to get on a soapbox or anything, especially in the world of superheroes. You don't start getting non-white superheroes regularly until the 70s, and even then, through the 80s, 90s, and 2000s, they're still somewhat rare," Kirkman had said. There's not a lot of these characters to this day that are different races. Anytime something can be changed to bring more representation into it, I think it's very important, because there's a tremendous amount of people out there who don't see themselves in what they consume. But it's also very important because there's an audience hungry for this stuff. It actually benefits projects. So aside from being the right thing to do, it actually helps projects these days, which is a really great thing. So, Todd, with that in mind, does it obviously it probably doesn't really change the story much, but being a comic book purist, does it bother you that they made these changes?
No, I mean, no, but not at all. I think that it's really and they weren't heavy-handed about it, is the thing either. You know, you know what I mean? It's not like they had to include a whole bunch of sort of Korean culture. It was really just kind of seen through the background. It wasn't referenced. And it, the story, as I understand it, takes place in America, and changing his, racial heritage, wasn't, how do I say this? It didn't really affect the story at all. You know what I mean? Like, the story still unfolded the same way it unfolds in the comic book. Does that make?
No, it makes. I understand what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah. So like they didn't do it, and then they did, and then they changed a bunch of stuff from the comic book. You know what I mean? As far as like his background They did his upbringing, the cultural traditions that he would have celebrated. He still had a very normal middle class American upbringing. So I think it's a pretty interesting. It's a pretty interesting thing that they did between the car. It's a pretty interesting detail of the story.
Well, let me tell you what I have a problem with, Todd.
God.
All right.
Okay.
Number one, I'm getting tired of the representation about. Well, now we've got the biracial Korean guy. We've got the Shang-Chi's Chinese guy. We got all of these guys, right? We get it. Okay, I'm not going to be satisfied until I get a Filipino superhero. Where is that guy? Huh? Where's my representation? Where, Todd?
There's Marvel characters that are part Filipino or Filipino superhero.
We've got Kamala Khan, huh? Where's the short Filipino guy that I can relate to?
I thought Kate was Filipino.
Was she? No.
Duplicate?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe.
Is she?
Yeah.
I thought she was.
Yeah.
Oh. Well,
might be.
if I'm getting on my soapbox too hard about this, then I'm sorry. But still.
Also, Duplicate was a male in the comic book.
Yeah, and now she's a little Filipino girl.
Yeah. I need to relate to a little Filipino boy. Okay, that's me. That was me as a kid. Okay, that's what I want.
No, don't lie.
She's Chinese.
Is she Chinese?
She's Chinese.
Oh, okay.
See, look at this. I'm a biracial.
Yeah.
Filipino
all
kid.
of a sudden, that soapbox got dragged back out.
Sorry. I was just saying, like all of this diversity, and I have yet to see a biracial Filipino superhero, and I'm really getting upset
considering you're very hyped up about your nationality. Did you get to see Lumpia the movie?
Yes, I actually did.
Oh, you did? Okay, cool. Never mind.
I
I retract my statement.
Yeah, no, I did. I know exactly what that means. Well,
Marvel just introduced a trio of Filipino superheroes in 2019. There's Wave, Red Feather, and Sea Hunter. So they have Filipino superheroes in a comic book called Arrow.
The Asian group, right? Yeah, they're part of the Asian like Avengers.
Yeah.
What are they, like a boy band?
I don't know. I don't really read a whole lot of Marvel comics.
Their choreography is outstanding. You should see them.
And then there's a Filipino superhero story that was going to be done by Wills Portacio. I don't know if he ever finished it though. I just see him,
Brother Wills.
I just see him doing lots of.
Everybody knows that all of Wetworks are Filipino.
There you go.
You just can't tell because they're
That's a good
gold.
point.
But gold is a very Filipino thing. So
Is it? All right.
Yeah.
Well,
lost for words, huh?
Wilson's heritage is not called into question, is it? His Filipino heritage?
No.
Okay.
Well, that's why he made the Wetworks.
He went to high school on Oahu though.
Oh, I know he did.
Yeah. Okay. So
Yeah, G used to board with him.
Wills did the cover. Wills did the cover for Arrow #3.
Me and Free Isabello, we used to chill like Filipino boys back in the day.
Sure,
bro.
No, I believe you. No, I believe you.
Sitting on the stoop, knocking back lumpias and calamansi.
Baby, calamansi. That's the most important part, baby. Yes, absolutely.
So what I would add was that Mark's sort of backstory and upbringing didn't change drastically, even though they made him half Korean and half Viltrumite. So he's still
After watching more of this,
story still.
After watching more of this, Todd, I'm kind of in agreement with you. I don't think it really changes anything, number one. And number two, I think you're right about the fact that they're not heavy-handed with it, which makes it even better. Why even, you know, that's you. It's make it as natural as possible.
I see G's angle now.
Well,
What?
so
It's like, if it didn't change much, why do it at all? Keep them white.
That's not
Right?
what I was saying.
G? Yeah,
Well,
that's
so-
right.
Not what I was
Smooth,
saying.
G. Very
What I
smooth.
would- What I would, I mean, so, but you know, what I would add is, you know, it's not. I believe that within any sort of racial group, that there's a varied experience, and you can't just have one sort of token representation. Be
I agree with that.
Be the definitive example of that from that community, whether it's
I don't
African
know.
American.
South Park says different.
Well, I mean that maybe that, you know, that example notwithstanding, you know, that's sort of
I'm
what
just
I
messing
think.
with you, dude.
That's what I think we're seeing here with Invincible. You know, it's
I agree. I agree
it's-
100%.
I think you have a valid claim there. Yeah.
Yeah. And so what I think that they did by not changing much of Mark's upbringing or background was they changed the his racial makeup, but there wasn't an example of tokenism.
Right, and I think that for me, what I like about the Invincible main character now is the fact that he's not just Korean. He's biracial, which I think is which is actually kind of cool, because you know there's always like, well, you need Chinese representation.
Oh, there's
Korean representation.
your relation thing, because you're biracial.
Right, exactly. So I mean, and I think a lot of people we kind of put ourselves in these groups of, you know, white, black, whatever the case, but you know, Korean, Chinese, Japanese, whatever. It's nice to have a, you know, you know me, I don't really get on board of this whole diversity thing, but having a biracial character is cool. You know what I'm saying? I think it's really cool. So I mean, I really like that a lot. So I think that's something, at least for now.
I wish I was biracial.
At least for now. Hey, shut up! You have The Rock, so don't even. All right.
What?
Yeah, you guys have The Rock. All right, don't even.
That doesn't make me.
But I mean,
biracial.
technically, Mark's not biracial. He's bispecial.
That's true.
Whoa.
Oh, that's fair. All right.
Whoa.
Don't be technical with me, bro.
He's half Korean, half alien. So,
I think if you're gonna go a species, he's half human, half
or half human.
Or he's Corallian.
I bet that I've heard that.
Corallian.
I've heard that.
That's where Han Solo's from.
I bet they make really good freighters on Corellia.
I'm sure they do. I'm sure they do. Now,
Alika just looks so disappointed in us. Right?
It's like, you guys are still talking about Invincible.
What's funny is he missed out on some of the most fun we've had tonight about the changes that Robert Kirkman made to the Invincible character. Now, did you get to finish it up, Alika? Did you get a chance to finish up Invincible?
The season, yeah. I haven't read any of the comics.
So Todd very much enjoyed it. He thought that being a guy who read the comics, he really liked the changes. He thought that they were good. They weren't heavy-handed, and they made a lot of sense. From someone who has not read the comics, Alika, what did you think of the Invincible season?
I loved it.
Did you? Nice.
Yeah.
Do you? It's been renewed for 2 more seasons. Do you? Obviously, there is something to this being renewed for 2 more seasons. Do you think that? Do you think Amazon's got a winner here, and that people can get behind the Invincible character? All right. I was just curious. I'm just curious if it'll have that same momentum as, say, his other work. Obviously, his Walking Dead or whatever. Maybe this is something different.
If it weren't for Outcast, I would say that Kirkman's batting 1,000. But I don't know. I feel like people even really enjoyed Outcast for what it was. it wasn't the global phenomena that Walking Dead was. But I think Invincible's off to a stronger start than Outcast was.
Well, we were talking about we were talking about a little bit of the changes about, of course, the main character in Invincible. He's biracial now. We were talking about how his girlfriend is
Yeah,
black.
was Amber always the worst girlfriend in the world, or
No, she's kind of like that in the comic book, but she's white. She's not black.
So, and Todd was saying that, watching the show,
Which makes
and then
her
reading,
worse. No, I don't know.
So it's interesting to me that for a show to get for something that is, dare I say, as violent as this is, to kind of get, and I know we're in the realm of the same streaming service that brought us The Boys. I get that. But for them to really push the boundaries of the content in Invincible the way they did was, I would guess, was kind of surprising for me.
it's about time.
And like I said,
I think the market just in general needs that counterbalance, because when you see corporations pumping out mass destruction, like Warner Brothers, and every film company has some version of a terrorist event. And it's always like rubble, and there's still living people limping around, and there's smoke, whatever. It's a pretty generic scenario. And it's nothing like what really would happen if like a devastating event like that went down. People would be dead. It would be gory. It would be disgusting. It's just
good point.
A terrible, terrible, terrible thing to see.
Good point.
And we need to stop seeing sterilized versions of that. So people are saying it's gratuitous for Invincible, but I think it's just more realistic. That's what would happen if people were put up against superpowered beings. They would get torn to shreds. If there were mass scale terrorist events, people would die en masse. It would be horrific to watch. So that kind of thing shouldn't be easy to watch. It shouldn't be. Yeah. So I think.
Sorry. I mean, you even get to see that in the beginning of the series with him almost suffering from panic attacks, trying to save that one woman during the alien invasion.
Yeah, he's not using the gore, and
And
go ahead, Todd.
Well, I was just gonna say, I was just to piggyback off of what Alika was saying. Yeah, like I think that it was great to see it, but you also get to see it from Mark's perspective, where he's not used to that kind of thing. But the heroes that have to deal with it every day to try to prevent these tragedies go out there and they do their thing, and they try to save as many people as they can.
Yeah, and accidentally killed like hundreds in doing so.
Bro, that train scene.
Yeah. Right.
Bro.
I was like,
yeah.
Omni-Man was like, "Hey, Mark, why'd you kill all those people?" with your face, why'd you kill them?
Yeah,
and this is where I think, and dare I make the comparison or the equation to, I think that this is where Zack Snyder was ahead of the curve with Batman v Superman, because there was real destruction, there was consequences.
But you never saw any of it.
I get that.
I don't think so.
It's all like assumed.
Yeah, it's exactly. It's your.
You mean when they're knocking each other into buildings?
It's your typical mass scale catastrophic event in Hollywood. There's nothing different about Zack Snyder's take on it than what we saw in 2012, or it's all this Hollywood mass scale destructive events is not healthy for people to not see. These are polished things. Like that Zack Snyder stuff wasn't bloody or gory. It was assumed. It was assumed.
Yes, I
it's
agree
assumed
with that.
Mass destruction, but those buildings weren't empty. It's in the middle of a business day. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's hundreds of people dead, but they didn't show any of it.
I get that, but I'm saying that this was something that Superman actually went to
sanitized.
And it is, and I understand that it's sanitized.
My point was seeing the violence is more important than.
I see what you're saying.
It's a bad direction to go that we are used to seeing these mass scale destructive events all polished and cleaned up and Disney-fied. That's not a healthy way to view these things.
Hey.
Yeah, I always thought it was funny after the Batman v Superman thing, when they were talking about when they would ask Zack Snyder, so how many people died in Metropolis that day, and he was like, a couple thousand. It's like, dude, what? That's it?
A lot. It would definitely be a lot for sure. But anyway, getting back to the point, Robert Kirkman's
Alika
Invincible. Who cares?
He's probably adjusting himself off camera.
Yeah. Todd highly recommends Robert Kirkman's Invincible on Amazon Prime. They have hit it out of the park. Again, not only did we get The Boys season 1 and 2, another comic book property, Robert Kirkman's Invincible, doing the same thing again for Amazon Prime, being another success for them, and being renewed for 2 more seasons. So,
you know what I've really enjoyed about the Invincible stuff has been the flood of Invincible memes that have come out of it. So good. They're so good.
They're pretty good.
Boss Logic did a Nick Offerman as Omni-Man mock-up. I sent it to Todd. What do you think of that? Was that pretty cool? I thought that was pretty neat.
That's pretty. Like, I would love to see that. I mean, if they were, that would be pretty awesome. I would love to see. Did you see the meme where it's Mark and Omni-Man during the subway scene? But they took the picture. But they took the stills from Spider-Man.
Oh yes, yes, I saw that
from that subway scene, and he's just like mowing people in the Spider-Man movie now. You'll have
There's
to
one
go
I saw
through
that I just couldn't stop laughing when I saw it. I gotta send it to you later.
Yeah.
Now
I'd send it to you now, but my phone is my camera, so I can't.
Oh.
What? Wow.
Yeah.
So
take that.
Yes. Speaking of camera, not that we have to divulge it here, but I've got one for you, Phormat. So next time that we get
sweet
Kai here, we can. So he can. I can give you one. Anywho,
wicked.
Yeah. Getting back to it, really quick here. Now, Amazon Prime is hitting on all cylinders because once again, they have given us another project, and this next project that they gave us was courtesy of their studio or bought by Amazon Prime, and also stars one mean guy by the name of Chris Pratt. So let's they premiered the Tomorrow War trailer. I don't know if anybody had a chance to see it, but I figured what the hell that we could try and watch this right now. As a matter of fact, I'll pull it up for us. Did you get to see it, Todd? The Tomorrow War?
I did not. I watched some other stuff. I didn't watch that though.
Oh, okay.
It's not out. They just gave us the trailer.
They just gave us the trailer. It's the first trailer for this puppy. So let's get right to it, shall we? Let's see what you guys think of.
I wonder what it's going to be on.
Amazon Prime. Here we go.
We are fighting a war 30 years in the future.
Chris Pratt, July 2nd. There it is.
Is not human.
Now,
Slender Man.
I have to say that I have my doubts.
Oh, what?
I have my doubts about this movie. There wasn't a lot divulged, which is great, but it very much looks like a very B.
It's very vague. They didn't give us anything to go off of.
They gave us.
They're like, we're fighting in the future.
Yeah, we're fighting in the future, bringing guys from the past into the future to fight for us. Whatever that is, I don't know. I think they have to give us a little more something.
Sounds like the T-Rex from Jurassic World.
Well, the problem is that
apparently looks like Slender Man in the staircase.
Well, the problem is that this is coming out in 2 months. And the issue is that because in these 2 months they're going to have to give us a little more than just that in order for us to get.
Nope, this is perfect. This is all we need. The only thing else we could have used was some Korean representation, right, Todd?
Well, we already have that from Invincible. Why would
Oh, do we?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure.
Yeah, we do.
I don't know.
Yeah,
With
we
him
do.
being bispecial.
He is Corallian.
That's why people turn into the NERDWatch. The way that we make up words on the spot.
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
By the way, that's the name of the podcast, Corallians. So I think we're gonna roll with that. Anyway, now with that in mind,
But with a K, right? Like Mortal Kombat.
right? It's with a K, Corallian. Anyway, Tomorrow War, July 2nd, Amazon Prime, a new feature exclusively with Chris Pratt. So make sure you guys check that out as well. We got a couple more stories to move the show along a bit. Phormat, anything else on that list you wanted to share real quick?
Finn Wittrock, who has like an awesome name, got brought on to the Green Lantern movie.
Yeah.
So this guy looks very Hal Jordan for the role he's going to be playing, which apparently is Guy Gardner.
From what I understand, this was the footage or the picture that we saw was actually from Justice League that was cut because of the studio. The studio said
right. So that should be interesting.
I mean, so he's going to play Guy Gardner?
That's what I heard.
Wow. Interesting choice. Okay.
Yeah.
So no Jon Stewart, huh?
Nope.
Wow. Okay. Well, that's
but like you said, apparently Zack Snyder once the Green Lantern news came out, and because Zack Snyder has a hard time, just shuffling into the shadows, was like, "Hey, I have Green Lantern news too," and apparently he showed the same scene, the Martian Manhunter scene, but it's Stewart. It's Jon Stewart instead of Martian Manhunter.
Wow.
But it's the same things. Like he floats down with the ring, and Bruce is like, "Can I help you?" And he's like, "Yeah, I have a ring."
Ladies and gentlemen, joining us in the chat, man who is part of the NERDWatch, Aron, the critic from Maui, Hawaii Film Critics Society, said Tomorrow War looks different from any other Antoine Fuqua movie.
He can't say that word, Fuqua. Dude.
He spelt it.
That's,
and
whoa.
Whoever spelled
Ron,
it dealt it.
Get on this damn podcast.
So anyway, that is some interesting news about Green Lantern and Zack Snyder sharing that. But what I think is
they should have made a new character named Finn Wittrock. That's a badass name.
That is a badass name, to be fair. What I also found interesting was, and Phormat, you have the story there, and I wanted to talk about it. We're gonna have to wait a little longer for the He-Man movie.
Yeah, He-Man left He-Man.
Yes, He-Man left He-Man, and we're not. Yeah, it's a very the gentleman who I guess I don't know of. I guess this unknown that is playing the character. Never heard of him. He is.
I should have wrote down the name. I should have wrote down the name. Like I saw the news and I just wrote He-Man left He-Man. It was, I don't know the guy's name.
I like He-Man left He-Man. That's actually pretty good.
Noah Centineo.
That's it. Noah Centineo.
Right.
That is it. And he just left. He was going to play He-Man.
He-Man. Yeah.
And I
wonder if they had the bowl cut, the bob, the hairdo from the cartoon.
Well, what's
interesting,
interesting,
and that's why he's walking away. Because he's like, nope, I'm not wearing that wig.
It is interesting. There were no details given, but a reporter from Collider, that representative for Noah told them that I guess it's unclear why Centineo left the project or how long he's actually been out of it. What is apparently clear is that the movie will need a new He-Man, and this Masters of the Universe project is one of those projects that consistently keeps hitting roadblocks. So Noah,
They should
by the
contact
way,
Kirsten. Kirsten pulls off that hairdo perfect.
now apparently I know now Noah Centineo, by the way, from I just saw this because I obviously was looking up the story about this. He's gonna play Atom Smasher. He's gonna be Atom Smasher in the new Black Adam movie. Yeah, that's
what does he do?
He smashes Adam.
He
He
smashes,
smashes
Adam.
that.
That's what
Black Adam. Wow.
Yeah. So
talk about foreshadowing. That's crazy.
Yeah, it is interesting to see that. I don't know
is
what
he
it
ripped? Is he ripped like The Rock?
Apparently, they say that this guy is ripped. He got ripped for the role.
Whoa. And then a better role came along, and he's like, "Peace out, guys."
Well, it doesn't make any sense because if I'm not mistaken, Warner Brothers is the one doing. Warner Brothers is doing Masters of the Universe, but they're also doing.
Yeah, they're also doing Black Adam.
Black Adam. So for him to leave is really strange. I have no idea why that is, but yeah. So Adam.
Maybe it was a studio thing. Maybe they were like, you look like you could take on The Rock. Mm-hmm. Let's move you to this movie instead, and we'll go put Vin Diesel in a wig, and he can be our new He-Man.
Adam, Prince of Eternia. I just want to know. All I want to know is I want to know who the Tila casting and who's going to play Cringer. That's all I want to know. So
I am.
Oh,
you think? Well, you got the hair for it, I guess.
I'm going to play Cringer.
Are you going to play Cringer? Nice. But it is sad because I think Masters of the Universe is unfortunately an untapped project that we don't get to see much of, and I think that luckily we're going to have the Kevin Smith Masters of the Universe cartoon, which is coming to Netflix soon. Hopefully,
we're going to get. There's going to be 2 cartoons.
Yeah. Oh, there is.
There is.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh wow, cool. Well, that's good. So
like a good one and Teen Titans Go type one?
Yeah, probably.
From what I hear, one is supposed to be centered around Tila, and another one is supposed to be centered around Adam.
Oh no!
Yeah,
it's like 2 different stories.
Is it going to be as bad as Thundercats Roar?
No, from what I heard is that. One side it's going to be the traditional He-Man story, while the other one, I'm not too sure how when I read it sounded off to me because it says it's supposed to be Tila takes up the role after Adam disappears. Not like say she becomes He-Man, but she has to cover in for him. I don't know if that was the correct article I read.
I don't know what that is. What is that? It's going
to be like Superman leaving to find Krypton again.
I think it's more like she has to find Adam.
By the way, just spoiler: Adam is He-Man and He-Man is Adam. So I mean,
whoa, dude!
Yeah, same guy.
People aren't supposed to know that.
Yeah, sorry, didn't mean to spoil that for anybody. Anyway, it is sad to see that we're not going to get a movie anytime soon. Masters of the Universe is always cool. It would have been fun to see, but I will still stick firmly by Dolph Lundgren and Frank Langella in the 1980s version, which is sweet. So anyway.
Did you know that was the first movie to have a stinger during the credits?
No way. Did it? Was that the first one?
Uh-huh.
Oh, wow.
When Skeletor comes back and I'll be back and yeah.
And he looks at the camera?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That was the first one.
Sweet stuff. Awesome. Sweet.
And then
sweet
many moons later, Marvel's like, we need to do that.
Again.
For all of our movies. All of our movies.
And again.
Let's do stingers after the stingers.
And again. Yeah. Stingers after the stinger. Hell yeah. What else is on that list there, Phormat? What else you got, buddy?
Well, the last news I got is that Meg 2 has been confirmed by the stat ham himself.
Jason Statham is returning to fight a humongous shark.
Well, I don't understand why it's the Meg 2 when they killed the second Meg in the first movie. So it should be Meg 3, right?
No.
Spoilers. I haven't seen it. I had no idea that there was another.
Well, I can give you the synopsis. Jason Statham shows up and goes, I'm gonna go punch a Meg, and then he punches a Meg, and then another Meg comes and is like, "Hey, you punched my Meg," and he's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna punch you too," and then he punches him, and then credits.
That's the whole movie. That sounds already amazing.
Yep.
They should tap you to write the sequel.
They should.
Yeah, there you go.
But they won't because they're scared.
If the first one is any indication, apparently the first Meg was more successful than I thought because I didn't think Meg was that good.
How dare you? It's a giant shark movie.
Yeah, I tell you what, I don't know if you saw the. Speaking of sharks, I don't know if you guys saw the viral video of that girl getting whacked by a shark in our very own oceans here. Holy cow!
The shark was just playing around.
Yeah, right.
That was that. I just watching that made me want to like poop.
I tell you what, I'm gonna tell you what. She was 100% braver than I would have been.
Yeah, you wouldn't even get in the water.
It was like the shark just didn't feel like a snack. He was like, "Oh, I'm gonna have a meal later, so I'm not gonna have a snack right now."
Where's
that around a few times? Bing, bing, bing.
Yeah, don't you have any local guys that are a bit overweight, have a little fat on them, a little flavor, anything? Yeah. So she was like, yeah.
Yeah, G's on the coastline over there taunting the shark.
He's already pre-seasoned and dry rubbed.
Ron Cata guy in the chat brings up a good point. He said maybe he's transporting another Meg and it escaped. Now he has to go get it back. Ooh.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they did open up a vent.
He punches the Meg in the face.
Yeah, maybe. But that Meg 2 happening is something that I was not expecting. So good on the people that made Meg. Apparently that was much more successful.
Well done, Statham.
Love the Statham. Statham is pretty sweet. He's a pretty sweet guy. So yeah. Anyway, Meg 2 hitting theaters soon. I'm guessing. Now, Kai.
Yo.
Anything on your list before I move into some Blu-ray release ass?
Whoa!
What?
You can't say it that way.
Yeah, I feel offended just hearing you say it.
I said Blu-ray releases. That's what I said.
You're getting Kai all worked up.
No, sorry.
He always gets me worked up. Try to ask him about what he thinks my picture is. Mm-hmm. I swear to God, if you say Robotech, I'll slap you.
All right, Macross.
Okay.
All right. Anyway.
Nothing on the.
It's Metabots.
Well, we're not having that conversation again. Okay.
GoBots?
You shut the hell up, you uncultured swine.
They're robots. They're robots in disguise.
Video game front, nothing much. Mostly just people smack talking each other and stuff like that. Other than that, what
the hell does that
I love how that's video game news. Video game news, a bunch of people are just smack talking each other. You know, like video games.
It's mostly just been pretty meh. I've been seeing the reports of people trying to take down 10 Days in Fallujah again because nobody wants this. Apparently, nobody in the video game community wants to see that game, but it's mostly just different designers and stuff like that.
I think a couple of the biggest news in gaming is number one is that Xbox is now FPS boosted a lot of their older games from the original Xbox. If you have the Xbox Series X, so now if your game is running at 30, they're running at 60 frames per second now. So they've boosted the frame rate.
Do we know if Outriders got patched?
It's consistently being patched, but I don't know if it's got the patch.
Right.
I mean, we have that incident where a bunch of stuff got disappeared that you told me the other night.
Yeah,
and then
for a looter shooter to not have loot.
Yeah. I think the other big piece of news is that it looks like even with the shortages, the PlayStation 5 is still the most sold console of any console, probably still on pace to outdo the PS4 and probably outdo the PS3.
And
So-
yet
I don't doubt it. There's too much hype behind it.
And
Yeah,
yet
so-
the sales for it in Japan.
There's nothing on it, but
Yeah.
there's so much hype behind the console.
That is probably the most interesting. That's just probably the most interesting thing ever. Is that the sales for the PlayStation 5 in Japan are not good at all.
No,
So-
you know what actually took in its place? But it's Nintendo is neck and neck with Microsoft. the
Yeah,
Xbox
I know.
Series.
That's what I'm saying. So it's interesting. I'm surprised about that. It's still hard to find a PlayStation 5. Keep a lookout for them because they're still
I
fairly
think
rare.
because in Japan, like, they already have good Blu-ray players, so they don't need need a PS5.
Well, that's why they made a disc drive and a digital version, just like the Xbox
Right.
did with So that's another thing to look out for. Anywho, that is pretty much the biggest gaming news of the day. Of course, this Friday is another big, very big game coming out, and I'll probably talk a little bit about it next week. Resident Evil Village or Resident Evil 8 is finally hitting
Lady
next-gen
D.
consoles. So,
Oh, God.
Lady Dimitrescu, and wherever this is going, it's also the return of Resident Evil Mercenaries. It goes with this game. So, Resident Evil 8 Village is coming out this Friday. So, looking forward to that. Hope it's good.
Oh, we forgot.
Very excited.
Did you, by any chance, pick up Pokemon Snap?
Pokemon Snap, I did not pick up because I'm not 12.
She's not into the Pokies.
I only like the Pokemon RPGs. That's it. So I mean, I didn't do the Pokemon Go, but I like the RPGs. I like the original stuff.
It's pretty much the same as the original Pokemon Snap, with a few little difference here and there. But other than that, it's pretty fun.
Yeah, I'll friggin' pass on that. By the way, speaking of games, once again, I'm glad you didn't remind me, but I reminded myself of this. It is Golden Week across all platforms from PC to console.
Oh, yeah.
It is Golden Week, so there is a bunch of Asian inspired or Asian developed games that are on sale. So if you're looking for Yakuzas, if you're looking for Final Fantasies and things of that nature, you can find them now. Golden Week has them on sale for like 80% off. So if you are looking for something to play,
My
now is
recommendation,
your
Code
chance.
Vein is a good one to try.
Code Vein is on sale, super cheap. Code Vein is a lot of fun. I'm
Ad
liking it.
Astra.
I haven't really finished it, so I finish it obviously, but because I've been busy with other games. But anyway, Todd, anything else you want to add to this gaming news?
No.
Okay, good. All right. Well, as you all know,
Nothing.
every Tuesday is new
Back in
release Tuesday.
1942 when they started Mortal Kombat.
All right, sweet. 1942. A couple of Blu-rays and 4Ks that are coming out today that are recommended. The newest ones, of course, are Judas and the Black Messiah. The one with Daniel Kaluuya, the one that was on HBO Max, is out today. Also, The Little Thing, starring Denzel Washington and Jared Leto, is out on Blu-ray today as well. The 4K edition of Speed is out today, as well as the 4K edition of Big Fish is out today as well, if you're interested in that.
Hey.
That's what I said. Also out on Blu-ray today, and for those of you that are collectors, Vanilla Ice, Cool as Ice, is out on Blu-ray today.
That is a classic.
That is an absolute classic. So you guys can check that out as well. Also, for you anime fans, Bleach Set 10 from 2012 to 2013 is out today as well. As well as Gate, the complete collection from 2015 and 16. You can check that out as well. And speaking of that, because that's pretty much it for big movie releases for the week. The Demon Slayer trailer, I don't know when it hit, but there's a movie coming out for Demon Slayer,
It's already
and the
out.
trailer has hit.
It's already out.
Is it
It's
already
already
out?
Yeah, it
It's
can't
playing right now.
The
Mugen
Mugen Train. The Mugen
Yeah,
Train?
Mugen Train. It hit number one in the box office.
Yeah,
Wow.
well, alongside Mortal Kombat.
It actually unseated Mortal Kombat from the top slot.
Yeah, and I finally got a chance to watch it. It was really good.
An anime from the Japans.
From the Japans, yeah. I still got to get into the actual Demon Slayer series, so we'll see.
I have the
Anyway,
copy
so-
if you
I
want
think
it.
you would really like it. I know you're not in the speed lines and everything, but the
arts-
visuals, the art style that they give you, it's so well done.
All right,
Like
all right.
even the like the textiles, like the cloth, the clothing, like everything is intricately designed. I think you
Okay.
would appreciate it.
Well, listen, if this makes me appreciate manga more, I'm in.
Manga,
Um,
you
Yeah,
son of a
okay.
bitch.
No,
Um,
I'm just happy he's on the road to appreciating something.
I am. I put it on my list of shows that I'm watching in anime. That and Tokyo Ghoul. I'm trying that too.
Okay.
So Demon Slayer, Tokyo Ghoul is on
Good
my
for
list.
you.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
trying that.
shocking.
Yeah, I know. So
You should watch
I'm-
Kaiji Ultimate Survivor. I think you'd appreciate the fact that it's not great.
Well,
Like
don't,
it's good, but it's like it's very.
don't
It's not
overload
a
me with
happy.
your anime.
It's not a happy story.
Wait, what would you say would you more be interested in? Because then I'm thinking right now, like what kind of anime he will actually be want to watch.
You
Who
want-
G's into like stuff like Pat Labor, like the
Yes.
tank stuff.
Yes. I'll even go as far as Jinro, which is a political
Mhm.
cartoon, which I like. I like obviously
might like-
Akira. I like
you
Ghost
might-
in the Shell.
Okay. You might like
what else?
Gekko Taro.
Ninja Scroll.
Jesus.
Okay, so I'll go drop off a few things that you might actually like.
All right.
Oh,
swear to God, if
physical
you give me-
copies.
If you give me One Punch Man, I'm gonna one punch somebody in the face.
No, I think
alright.
I think there's a few I might have that you might actually like. I have to go dig it out.
All right.
Gunsmith
Well,
cats.
yeah, I don't want. I don't know. Anyway, I'm
TSC
gonna
is
do my
awesome.
best. I'm gonna do my best. I'm gonna try and, listen. It's bad enough for me that I'm actually getting into Persona 5, and then I'm gonna try and watch the Persona anime. So it's already bad enough. So because I'm into Persona 5.
One of us. One of us. One of
By the
us.
way, did I mention that Persona 5 Strikers is out, and that movie that game is a direct sequel to Persona 5. So yeah, check
You
it out.
don't
It's a new
say.
show.
You sound like a nerd.
Speaking of nerds, Ron Cataguy in the chat says, "Gee, you'd probably like
No.
Doji Legend of the
No.
Overfiend."
Stop
the-
it. No.
Irotsuki
That is
Doji.
not for you, sir.
Why is
You're
that not for me?
You're not.
Ron,
You're
Ron.
very bad, Ron.
What
Hey.
do I even want to know?
No,
Okay.
it's right up there with
Boku no Pico.
Boku no
Shut
Pico.
God.
It's
Shut
got
up,
tentacles.
Oh, good lord.
It's
No,
got lots of
I'll-
tentacles.
I'll pass. Well, I'm gonna give it a shot.
It does
I will,
have a solid storyline, though. I will say that.
all right.
Stop it.
I will.
I'm
will
just
do my
silver
best.
lining here. It's a good story.
I
There
get
is
it,
a
but
ton of tentacles, though, for sure.
Look, we're trying to slowly change G a little bit. If we show him that, it might break his mind.
It might. I'm also very innocent. So if there's something offensive,
You're
Yeah.
not innocent.
So you want to start with Boku no Pico and then go into Irotsuki Doji, yeah.
Okay. Man, you may never want me to watch anime again. Goodness. Anyway,
I'm glad you're showing an interest in anything,
yeah, that's
considering
true.
There's not much.
you're
entertainment,
just
that's
living
why.
the prison life over there.
I am not interested in anything,
Yeah.
let alone animes.
Wait, you're not interested in tentacles? That doesn't sound like you.
Only if they're going in my mouth.
What?
Oh yeah, they're going in all right.
Hey, listen, I like taco just like the next guy. So taco's delicious.
Mhm,
That's
yep.
the kind I like.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's what I like.
There's already a lot of questions about this now.
Well,
Clip it.
listen.
Whoever's watching this, clip this.
I'm already on it.
What did
Dude,
I
I
say?
Do
We
you
live
like?
in Hawaii. We eat taco. What the heck?
You prefer it raw and uncooked, right?
Yes, absolutely, 100%.
That's what I figured.
100%. But to be fair, I do like smoked taco. That's probably my favorite.
I
Smoked
bet you
tacos
do.
alone. I do.
Mhm.
Mm-mm.
You guys are
Like
jerks. I
smoking
don't know
that
what you're
taco.
talking about, and I feel like I'm being accosted, unbeknownst to myself.
Clip
Well,
it.
listen, I'm so glad that Alika is back in time to say goodbye because it's time for us to get the hell out of here. So Todd,
How's that
listen.
fried ice cream?
Yeah, was it good? Yeah. Did you eat it? All right. Yeah.
You
Okay,
disappoint me.
Todd, thanks for
I hope
stopping
there's
by.
some
You done
over
with-
there when we visit next.
Yeah. Are you? By the way, Todd, are you done with school yet?
Yeah. Tonight was my last class.
Tonight was your last
Oh.
class.
He
Oh,
finally couldn't put up with you anymore, huh? And he just let you go.
Yeah, he was just sort of. He actually, at the end of the class, he asked us all to give him a review of the class.
Oh, that poor guy.
And are you
And
going to
you were
write a
like,
lengthy one?
1957.
I was like, no, we honestly, it was a really great class, and I learned a lot.
That's
and,
awesome, dude.
And I recommend it to anybody who's interested in comics. So if you guys are in here on Maui and you want to enrich your lives in the nerdiest way,
My life.
in the nerdiest way possible, I totally recommend one of Professor Barry's classes.
All right. Well, don't oversell it for the love of Pete. Jeez Louise.
10
No,
out
dude,
of
oversell it.
my Yelp review is 10 out of 10. Would recommend.
Rod is absolutely right. So Todd has no class now? Absolutely. That is 100%
I mean, he's gonna be on
correct.
NERDWatch more.
Well, I mean, if I'm going to be here with you guys, I'm sure I'll have a lot less class.
You know, we
Clip
should,
it.
You know,
All right, I don't want it.
I tell you what, in the near future, we should definitely have Ron Cataguy on the show so you can talk about what's been going on with him lately. And we
Yeah,
can,
I
you
agree.
know,
I agree. He's always lurking in the chat room. Let's bring him on. Put a camera in his face.
mm-hmm. And work. I can see what he's working on in his beautiful drawing room.
Yeah, and hopefully he can spoil things for us.
What time is
and then
it?
send us free merchandise.
Mm-hmm.
And then
that's
maybe a new car.
NERDWatch.
I guess I don't know.
At
Use a new car.
gmail.com. Yeah,
He's rolling in the millions.
Yeah, right. Anyway, we definitely should have Ron on more often. We should definitely have Ron on soon to talk about what he's been up to lately. Considering,
we should have Alika on the show from time to time.
We should have Alika on the show from time to time for sure. Yeah, someone as interesting as Alika is. Yeah, we should definitely have him on the show more often.
It's like he's here, but he's not. It's weird.
Yeah, it is so strange.
Or maybe Gannon. Maybe we should get Gannon.
Ron says that's because I have freelance to finish. That's why I'm up so late. Okay.
Oh, what's freelance? What show is that?
That's when you work drawing for free, right, Todd?
Oh, that's
that's actually the parallel movement to the Free Britney movement. There's also a bunch of people interested in freeing Lance Bass.
Really? Is he in some
that makes
freelance
sense.
Is his father of it? Is he the caretaker? Of
Leave
his,
Lance alone.
Yeah, he's in a conservancy. Just kidding. That would never happen to a man.
Oh, how dare you! You're standing up for the feminine.
Did you watch the 2020 Britney special or whatever?
No, I think it was the New York Times that did it or something. I did. I saw that.
I didn't, but she's so strong.
It was on Hulu. I saw it as well.
Hulu, yeah, she's so.
Yeah, I saw it.
She's so strong to say whatever it is she did.
You know what this conservancy has done for Britney? It's made her stronger.
I guess so. I don't know.
Yesterday. Yeah.
That's terrible.
I don't know. I didn't see it.
Ron says Young Justice. He's working on Young Justice?
There you go.
Wait,
Greenland work?
Are we getting more Young Justice?
Yeah.
Whoa, Ron. Whoa, bro. Are you holding out on us, dude?
This is breaking news.
We all we knew we were getting more in Young Justice though.
But it's been a while already.
But not a Cataguy Young Justice.
Well, listen, let's get Ron Cataguy on this show next time, and we will talk about maybe what he can divulge about Young Justice. Super exciting news, by the way. He, I don't know if he let that slip. he humbles himself and says it's just freelance. You stop it. You stop. We want to know what it is. You're a talented son of a gun. You're holding it down for our people, Ron. Our people. All right. So just know that.
Right, the Koreans.
No.
No. I thought we were all pro Koreans.
We are.
No.
We're pro Coralians.
Oh, right.
All right. Yeah.
What did I say?
Koreans.
Oh,
Big difference. Yeah. They remember.
Is it?
Remember the lead character in Invincible is not just Korean. He's also alien. So we have to acknowledge that. Anyway, Todd Bernardi, thanks for coming by. And thanks for coming by even
so
when,
he's alien.
No, Coralian's much better.
I have no idea what's going on anymore.
Next week, next Tuesday, Todd will be on for realsies, and I hope. By the way,
I hope
Todd,
so.
next time you're on, Todd, will you share with us your grade?
God, maybe. I'm looking. I think that I'm gonna get about what Suicide Squad scored with.
Oh,
Yes, I can't wait for that. Just
2 stars.
Yeah, 0 stars. Ron Cataguy says it's now for our people. He said the pressure. I agree, Ron. I completely agree. All right. We are out of time, boys and girls. It's been a lot of fun with you guys. We will be back next week for more news, more nerd culture, and more Todd Bernardi. All right.
Well, Alika might be there too.
Well, what's funny is that his son is there more than Alika is. So we'll see. If he can take a break from throwing balls at his son's face without a glove, then maybe we'll have a show. We are out of time.
Yeah, Todd missed all of that. Apparently, Alika was reenacting that scene with Invincible where he was tossing the ball with Mark.
Oh
Yeah. Yeah.
Around
He
the
didn't
world.
give Benji love. So
Yeah, he's
Alika-
just straight rocket to the face.
Yeah, right to the face. What a jerk. Well, Ron, thank you so much. Good night to you too, sir. So for our good friends in the chat, from Ron Cataguy to Kirsten and to Mr. Michael Becker and whoever else I missed, have a wonderful, wonderful week. And of course, for Todd Bernardi, for Alika, for Cobra Kai Kai, for Phormat, I am G Money. Peace out. Much love, and most assuredly, always stay nerdy. We'll see you right back here on the Nerd Watch next time. Aloha. Bye-bye.